Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, as I stated many times before, Russia is reliable in good times and in bad times, or in good actions or in bad actions. Everybody was scared that Russia will not resume pumping gas to Europe through Nord Stream 1 pipeline after it sent that turbine to Canada and it received it. It did some maintenance in the meantime for about 10 days. Everybody was concerned that, oh my God, they will not turn it on. Well, they turned it on, but I don't think the turbine is there. So I don't know if I don't know if the turbine, when the turbine will be installed, if it will get to the levels the pipeline used to deliver. So this article comes from the Washington Times from today, which is the 21st of July 2022. This is the title: Gas flows through Nord Stream 1 pipeline again. Europe still struggling with diminished flows amid tensions with Russia. All right, let's see what these guys want. Thursday, after 10-day maintenance pause, despite fears it would not come back online amid tensions with Russia. Moscow says it is not using gas supplies for leverage and will meet its obligations, but Europe isn't so sure. And yeah, they always have doubts about everybody else, but when you have the slightest doubt about their behavior, then you're called this and that and they feel insulted. But the other countries should not feel the same way, because they are bottom feeders and they are, I don't know, these guys are right there in the top of the food chain. The pipeline is delivering gas at only 40% of its capacity, with Russia blaming the delayed return of a key piece of equipment that was serviced in Canada, according to the BBC. The diminished flow spells uncertainty for Germany and other countries that are heavily reliant on Russian energy and will want to store supplies heading into the winter. Personally, if I would be the Russians, I would make sure that the guys who imposed sanctions on me and try to make me suffer, but I avoid their sanctions somehow, I will make them suffer a little bit, because how can you, if you can't negotiate with someone and that someone punches you in the face, then what are you gonna do? Stay and take it? So I think they might keep it at 40% and not allow the Europeans to fill their reserves. Because if they keep them like this at 60%, something like this, the Europeans will not be able to have a nice winter, and they probably will be more stressed and more inclined to discuss with what's his name, Zelensky and others, certain kind of peace agreements. If you give them everything they need, then they have no incentive whatsoever to intervene, because it says, we're fine, we don't care if those guys are killing one another, if they have anything, we're having everything, and they provide it. Aren't they stupid? I think so. So, I'm quoting, unfortunately, the political uncertainty and the 60% cut from mid-June remain, tweeted Klaus Müller, president of the Federal Network Agency for Digitization, Climate Neutrality and Resilience in Germany. Oh my God, these guys. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen urged member countries this week to reduce their gas consumption by 15% through March in anticipation of shortages. Well, maybe if you impose more sanctions on gas and others, maybe you're going to ask them to reduce their gas consumption by 50, not 15%. How about that? See if you can do it. The plan is voluntary as of now, they said, but Brussels could make it mandatory in a supply emergency. So let's say I'm Romania, the country over there, the bottom feeder, and I need gas. Who provides me with gas? Are there any contracts between the country and other countries? Okay, you can't probably make a contract, Romania, let's say, with Russia directly with gas, because certainly that would violate the sanctions that you agreed with the European Union. So then, unless European Union, those guys over there decide that you can buy gas from the Russians, you cannot do that. Okay, got that. Now, those guys over here in Brussels, they could make it mandatory. They imposed, with the whistles of the leaders of these bottom-feeding countries, implemented the sanctions and so on Russia. I wonder what the citizens will do when they're gonna, really get to feel the 15% voluntary and mandatory after a little while. I wonder if they're gonna say, yeah, give them more sanctions over there, keep them moving. So the plan is voluntary, but Brussels could make it mandatory. Yes, it could whenever it wants. And I'm pretty sure that the people in charge and at the top will not have a problem using and having enough gas, even if the gas, which will get more expensive. I posted a video yesterday regarding European Union that said that with an article saying that the Europeans will outbid anybody else on this planet when it's about natural gas. So that means the price for gas will shoot up, and that will be obviously dropped as a bill on the citizens of Europe, because you're going to get the money probably for some international banking systems and all that, but that needs to be paid with interest. So then when these things get to bite, then you see a change. It's easy to pretend you're virtuous and you have values, but the first attack on them, the first pain that you feel defending or having to defend your values, that's what tells others how much you really believe or you have them inside of you, in your being as a character. And they should be okay if 15%. That's the first one, because remember, these guys, and not only that, not only in this situation, they go increasingly. They would say probably they have to get to about 50%. I'm just anticipating. Let's say 50%. They're not going to start with 50% right now. They start with 5. They start with 15. Then they go to 25, and then they go to 30, and they go to 35, and so on until they get the real number. But lets you adjust. I don't want to give you some make some analogies here, but you don't go all the way straight with powerful. You go slowly, let things get used to these kind of things, forget about it, and then you turn the screw a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more. You create a tension gradually. Don't create it all of a sudden, because it might break easily. Get stuck if you try too fast. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Good to know you guys will have some gas, natural gas, not from the cows' farts, but from Russia. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.